Still use AOL 2.5 on a Packard Bell if you have a, let's say, an Ethernet card plugged into it. All you have to do is just go to AOL.com.
Oh, hi folks, and welcome to this Videos on Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield, and today I want to talk about a machine that we've not seen for a wee bit. Packard Bell Legend 406 CD. Now, I've actually been doing a wee bit of work on it, and just kind of been, well, I've just kind of overhauled it a wee bit. Well, not hardware-wise, but software-wise, I've kind of overhauled it. I've reinstalled Windows, and, you know, I spent last night having a bit of a play around with it. So, we'll have a look at it today. Now, just to recap, the specs on this machine are 75MHz Intel Pentium processor with, let's see if I can pull the VCR back a wee bit and I can get to see the sticker. 75MHz Intel Pentium processor. Originally it had an 850MB hard disk, but when I got this machine in November 2011, you know, a couple of weeks after I bought it, I did upgrade that to a 3.2GB Quantum Fireball hard disk. So that'll last a long time. Now the hard disk seems okay. Knock on wood. It exceeds MPC level 2 multimedia specifications. Whatever those might be. No, only kidding on. It has 16-bit SRS 3D amphitheater stereo sound system with integrated speakers. Well, would do if I had the original monitor and speakers now. Peripherals. It's got a 14.4K fax modem, which is actually built into the Aztec Washington sound card. We'll come to that in a wee bit. Quad-speed CD-ROM drive. Now, unfortunately, when I took delivery of this machine, the CD-ROM drive was kind of on its last legs, and there's nothing really I could do for it. So, I mean, all I could get, when I got the machine, I mean, I was anxious to get it going. So all I could get hold of was a black DVD burner, which is now in the cube. But for a while, I had the black DVD burner inside this machine. But, you know, it was just ridiculous. The machine kind of looked ridiculous. It had UXW built. If you watch his latest video about his compact disc Pro, he actually talks about this. Newer CD-ROM drives cannot play CDs in an analog fashion. And while they may have the placeholder to plug an audio cable between the drive and the sound card, that's just literally a placeholder. There's no actual hardware inside the drive that will actually allow it to play CDs in an analog fashion. And of course, because Windows 95 doesn't support digital playback, and to be honest, the machine is a wee bit too slow for that, I couldn't actually play. I couldn't actually play, you know, the music soundtrack to a lot of CDs, a lot of games. Which is, was a bit of a pain, if I'm honest, but, yeah, so eventually I just decided, you know, I wanted, you know, something a wee bit more normal. So I got this. I mean, this is by no means any kind of original drive, but it is a Sony CD drive. I'm not entirely sure what speed it is, but, you know, it does the job. It's a telephone answering system. Music on hold. Yeah. I wonder if it's MIDI music. I've maybe got a copy of Vivaldi's Spring, you know, just to be like, every kind of local authority in the country. It's like, please hold. Got call monitoring and screening. What would that? Yeah. Speed dial and record phone conversation. Telephone answering system. Imagine having your phone answered by one of these things. Welcome from Packard Bell. We give you two options at this answering machine message. Leave a message or hang up. You may also begin by taking a lesson on answering machine etiquette. So for the video part, there's MPEG-1 full motion video playback, 1 meg video memory, upgradable to 2 meg. It's a Cirrus Logic video card, and to be honest, it's pretty good for, the stuff that I use this machine for. It plays DOS games pretty well. There's PCI local bus video. The video card itself is actually built into the motherboard. I always get confused and start thinking the video card is on a PCI card, but no, it's on the motherboard. It's a sound card that's external. PCI local bus IDE hard drive interface. Again, yep, that's on the motherboard. And unlike a lot of Packard Bells, this is actually an ATAPI interface. So a CD-ROM drive can actually be plugged directly onto the motherboard. The sound card in this machine does have a CD-ROM drive controller on it, and a lot of older Packard Bells did actually use the CD-ROM drive controller on the sound card to connect the CD drive. Because of course, back in the day, a lot of CD-ROM drives just did not actually work. They didn't actually have an ATAPI interface. A lot of CD-ROM drives used proprietary controllers. Until along came Oak Technology and they pretty much set the standard. This is why if you boot to a Windows 98 boot disk, it will always load an Oak CD-ROM controller driver. Anyway, software. There's Packard Bell Navigator. Now this says designed for Windows 95, but originally this was a 3.1 machine. Plus a popular selection of software, sorry about that, titles from Microsoft, Active Imagination, Knowledge Adventure, 7th Level, Macromedia, and more. So yeah, that's the Packard Bell. 8 megs of RAM. I did upgrade the RAM because 8 megs I just find is not enough for what I want. I didn't want to upgrade it too far. But I found some 32 meg, I found a pair of 16 meg Sims to take it up to 32 megs. Well, no, with the 8 megs installed it took it up to 40 megs. Which, it's not bad actually. So what I'm going to do is, I've got my crazy keyboard here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the monitor to VGA mode. And then while I'm doing that, switch it on. There we go. Mouse and keyboard detected. Always good. To restore this, I used a master CD, an orange one, that I actually bought from a seller in America. So here we go, Microsoft Windows 95 with Plus. And there we are. This monitor actually has, you can actually have it keep the aspect ratio, which I've actually done because I think it's, a good idea. So here it is. This is my Packard Bell Legend 406 CD. It's the desktop. Now, the hard disk's actually divided up into two partitions because it's a 3.2. I'll just show you. On the C drive, there's Windows stuff, and on D drive, which we're going to have a look at, is some DOS games. I've mislaid my copy of the Skyroads Christmas special, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to do that for you today. So here's Packard Bell Navigator.
Welcome from Packard Bell. We offer you two computing environments to choose from: Packard Bell's Navigator or Microsoft Windows. You may also begin by taking a quick lesson on using the mouse.
Oh. I'm not entirely sure how I would use a mouse. Can you imagine installing Packard Bell Navigator on a Windows 8 machine? It's like, you may begin by taking a quick lesson on using the mouse. Okay. It's all touchscreen now. That one. So I'm just going to go into Navigator itself. Navigator is pretty good, actually. I must admit, I do like the house metaphor. Couple of things, though. Couple of things to talk about Navigator. First, the bathroom. Seriously, no bathroom. Aye. What if you're in the Navigator house and you need to go? The same criticism could be levelled at Microsoft Bob as well. No bathroom. I love it how you click on things. It's like you click on the hi-fi and then you get audio station, which actually looks like a hi-fi. Let's see what's been left. No playlist. Isn't that nice? Okay, I didn't do that right. So I think what I need to do is I need to add all and then click OK. And then if I hit the play button, this is strictly FM synthesis, OPL3. Packard Bell have actually been shipping the same sample MIDI songs with their computers for quite some time, actually. I can't remind who it was, but I think but someone had an MS-DOS machine and they put a Packard Bell sound card in it and they loaded on the software. And these songs actually came with it. So, yeah, I'll shut that up. I'll save that, I think. Really don't know what they were thinking when they designed this keyboard, seriously. Why are these keys raised? Why? I think it's supposed to help people learn how to touch type. For someone who can touch type, bit of a menace. But never mind. Whoops and a daisy. So here's the internet room, so we could have a look at the AOL okay, can't have a look at the AOL trial, can we? Got Packard Bell's internet set up and now I think I've just broke it. Nope. This application require a lot of requirement of the CD-ROM drive, doesn't it? So this is one of the first Windows 95 images. So you actually get all the Windows 3.1 applications. You know, so you get Microsoft Works 3.0 instead of 4.0. You get Microsoft Money. Again, it's I believe it's 3.0. Let's just shut that up. Let's have a look. Yeah, Microsoft Money version 3.0. Copyright 1991 through 94. Microsoft Corporation. On your Packard Bell Windows 95 installs, like the one that I can only assume Billy's 1510 Supreme came with, you do get works for and you do get money for. So you do get the Windows 95 versions of certain applications. So you've got communications, and then you've got accessories. If we go into entertainment, there's you get certain things from the Microsoft Entertainment Pack. This is a Packard Bell specific version of the Best of Microsoft Entertainment Pack. Oh yeah, and I'm using 256 colours. Didn't expect that much dithering, if I'm going to be completely honest. A wee bit disappointed. Okay, let's tee off. Let's make a complete fail of teeing off. I'm really not doing too well at this today. Let's try that. I was doing so much better last night when I was playing. Well, I wasn't playing this. Do you know what? Let's forget this. I was actually playing PGA golf. Let's go for an old favourite here. This is Ski Free. This is, to be honest, a lot of people's favourite game. There's actually an official Ski Free page online. This game has kind of a cult following, the new. And UXW Bill was actually playing it on Don't Watch This. And, oh, Crivens, I think Billy Corr was... yeah, he was playing on his new Legend 818 CDT. If you've not seen Billy's latest couple of videos, I would advise you go and watch him. He's got a machine that is, you know, very kind of close, near as damn it, to the original 822. It's not quite an 822, but it's an 818. It has the same spec sticker, pretty much the same specifications, except for, you know, instead of 16 megs of RAM, in return for that extra 8 megs of RAM you do get a fast media remote, or would have done. Obviously Billy has one, so... yeah. Let's see if I can... let's continue going. You get eaten by the abominable snowman. See, I've completely lost any skill that I may have had with this. Do you know, I actually knew... One of my old school friends actually had a Restore CD quite similar to this, with, you know, all these programs on it. Because his granny once had a Packard Bell Mini Tower. And then he got a Packard Bell from like he got a Packard Bell from 1999. Oh, there we go. That's me being eaten. Nom 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 nom. Super. I love how you can register your Packard Bell. The way to do it, there's always a laptop lying about the place. One of the old Zeniths. Okay, there's a few apps I've installed on here. Obviously, you know, I've garnished this machine with Microsoft Office 95. There's Microsoft Plus, which basically means pinball. Not sure I can play pinball one-handed, but okay. I can't actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so that was a bit of pinball. Whoops. So I do have some DOS games, like I was saying. Can't get any of the Eye of the Beholders to work. Or maybe... Hang on, no, I've not tried the Eye of the Beholders. Let's try it. Let me just put it up to full screen so I can see what I'm doing. So I have a VGA. Mouse has been detected. Yep. There we go. It was real pure sinister. One of these fantasy games, I really... Yeah, I remember seeing it on the Computer Chronicles, and I quite fancy getting into it. You've got swords. I think this is too much of a game to try and demonstrate now. So I'm going to exit to DOS, and by DOS I obviously mean Windows 95. Oh, I've got to love that. I really do. That is amazing. Love that. So I'm away to play Commander Keen. There we go. Apogee. Never understood how to play this. I know you can... Quit to DOS. Now, one game that I did discover that I would like to maybe show is this. It's called Wacky Wheels. And it's... it's a lot like Mario Kart. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at single player practice. But first off, I'd like to ask, what's this about a shark driving a car? Seriously? Who's... Seriously? A shark driving a car? I now fast. But I do love the graphics on this game. And I love it with the weapons. You can actually start shooting hedgehogs and oil slicks and goodness knows what. You can put a bomb. There we go. Let's kind of put paid to that character. See what I mean? You kind of shoot what looks like you're shooting hedgehogs. So this is a pretty good game. I must admit, I do really like playing this. I love it. Good driving. Keep it up. So there's a tiger, a shark, an elephant, what looks like some sort of a caribou or reindeer or something like that, a duck, a badger, or is that a mole? I don't know again. Some sort of farm animal and something else. I can't even make that out. But yeah, I must admit, yeah, I do like this game, and it's a lot like most games of the era. You know, it's fun. You know, it's not meant to take itself too seriously, and it doesn't. You know, I really like that. I was also playing on this as well. Duke Nukem 3D. It's yet another game by ID Software, the makers of Wolfenstein and Doom. Now, you may have noticed how some of these games are using the PC speaker, and some of them are actually using the sound card. That's because this Packard Bell sound card, while it offers Sound Blaster emulation, it doesn't necessarily always work with a lot of DOS games. You know, and I quite, you know, I must admit, I do quite like the Packard Bell sound card, but I mean, it has, you know, the fact that you couldn't necessarily get it going with DOS games, you know, that did cause, you know, the sound card itself to have a lot of criticism, and, you know, for a lot of people to actually just say, well, no, we're going to fit, you know, a lot of people just went and fitted Sound Blaster 16 cards, which are very good sound cards. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. The 14.4K modem, I mean, while it was perfectly acceptable at the time, I think, you know, a lot of people, you know, would have upgraded as soon as I could, you know, and ended up with something like, you know, a 28.8 kilobit internet, you know. What's this? I cannot play this game. Oh no, now I've got no chance. Absolutely no way. I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe I kicked him to death. That's just... What a strange noise. Again, doesn't... Oops. Well, it was inevitable. Oh yeah, now I know why the sound was so low, because I actually turned it. I actually put it down the way last night. Do you know what? While I'm here, may as well have a look at Doom, because I don't think I've ever actually shown you guys Doom. And while Nukem seems to work absolutely fine with the Packard Bell sound card, Doom does not. I've never really understood that. Because I mean, I actually had it going with when I first got a I got a ThinkPad 390. It was the first old computer I collected. It was given to me by someone who I did a job for, and it was quite good actually. But I got Doom working on there, sound, music, everything. And last night I was able to do this. So I don't know what's going on here. No, I've been there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down to DOS to play a wee game. This is one of my favourite ones. Golg. I do enjoy playing Golg. I don't even seem to have PC speaker on this one. I don't understand. Okay, let's have a wee look at a practice round. Let's. Okay, new player. I'm Jay. Amateur. I must admit, I do like this game. Oh yeah, I do have PC speaker for the sound effects, but not for the music. Which is a shame, because I kind of like the music of this game. I'm not doing so well today. The wind direction is terrible. Nice shot. Okay, enough of that. I think it's time I went into Windows. we'll have a look at some of the multimedia stuff on here. I'd love to play Just Grandma and Me, but unfortunately that's now owned by Scholastic. And to be honest, those guys are copyright circlejacks. So let's see how well Virtual Springfield will run on here. Actually, no, I've got something better to show you. Now this did actually come with a later Packard Bell software setup, but the disc itself should install. Hang on a minute, if we can get this back in its case. Oh, come on. So if I can... There we go. Let's have a look. Let's have a wee look. It's got Encarta 96, a later version of Navigator, Microsoft Ocean. Here we go. L 2000 recipes. Now I was doing a wee bit of work for a couple of my friends in the States, and while doing that, you know, it was Packard Bell related. While doing that, I came across this CD, and I must admit, a lot of software nowadays, I mean, a lot of people might say, no, it's no use for it. But I would say that this CD still has real-world use if you have a copy. So, what we're going to do is going to install it. It says it requires a 486 Pentium. I've got a 486/Pentium. 8 megs is required, 40 megs is present, 256 colours, sound, yes, yes. DOS 5 it requires, DOS 7 I have. It wants Windows 3.1, I have Windows 3.95. No, that's not right, it's Windows 4 point something. But, never mind. It's all working. I'm just going to quickly install this now. There we go. You can return to the installer anytime to uninstall this software. That's good. Because a lot of Windows 3.1 applications didn't do that. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Saying it requires 256 colours, and now it's saying that what's a bit loud, never mind. Sounds a wee bit creepy, that music. I don't like that. So this is, if you didn't know, this is actually a recipe book. But it's a wee bit more than your average recipe book, because, well, it's a multimedia CD-ROM. So being a multimedia CD-ROM, it has a couple of things to make it easy. You've got different ways of being able to view it. You can do menus, you can do a la carte, which I thought meant menu, but okay. And you can, you know, choose what recipes you want based on, you know, what kind of a meal they are, how long they take. That's what you can do in a la carte. For menus, it's quite similar, but I mean these are basically just kind of menus. So it's like you've got special occasions, companies coming, everyday fare, bistro food, and alfresco meals. I kind of like summery food. So now we've got kind of alfresco soundtrack. It's kind of nice. So here, we've got a nice wee menu of alfresco food. So we've got gazpacho, which is, according to Lisa Simpson, tomato soup served cold. Let's see what this has to say about it. More music. Peel the tomatoes by putting them in boiling water. Then seed them. Peel a cucumber. Grate all the ingredients and combine them in a bowl. Season with salt and pepper. Add the water, olive oil and vinegar. Set aside for 3 hours. Few minutes before serving, add a tray full of ice cubes. Serve with warm croutons fried in olive oil. If you don't want to grate the vegetables, cut them into small pieces and blend them in a mixer with the water. Do you know what? That is something that I reckon I would really quite like. So let's have a look at what ingredients I'm going to need. And then you've got like time it takes to cook. It takes 30 minutes preparation. And because it's not really a cooking recipe, there's no cooking time. It forgot to tell me about leaving it aside for 3 hours. Yeah. But gazpacho is something that I think I'm going to attempt to make. I mean, I do enjoy cooking. If obviously I had a printer connected, I could click print, and then that would actually send it to the printer. I don't, but what I could do if I wanted, I could print screen, I could cheat a wee bit. Is there any way to shut this sound up? Let's have a look at the classic recipes. So we've got American leek and potato soup. That sounds very unpleasant. Apple pie. There we go. With more music! So it basically tells you how to make apple pie. Okay, let's have a look at some more multimedia-y things, because we've seen text, pictures, and different easier ways to organise the recipes to find what you want. So let's have a look at techniques. So let's have a look. Mayonnaise. Let's have a look at mayonnaise.
In a small bowl, put an egg yolk, mustard, salt and pepper. Then add the oil little by little, beating constantly with an electric mixer. When the mayonnaise begins to thicken, increase the speed of the mixer while continuing to add the oil. The mayonnaise is ready when it clings to the whisk.
So that's pretty good. And then it says, the secret to good mayonnaise lies in respecting the correct proportion of ingredients. 1 tablespoon of mustard for every egg yolk and 1 cup of peanut oil or grapeseed oil. Preparation time, 10 minutes. So, that was a nice wee look at my Packard Bell Legend 8. No. Jay, you had one job. One job! Okay, let's try that again. That was a wee look at my Packard Bell Legend 406 CD. Which is going to help me cook over the summer, I think. Or, well, even the winter. What am I thinking about the summer? probably al fresco. I like salads. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please do subscribe and tune in for my next video. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll be tuning in for more videos soon. Okay, before I go, I want to outline the importance of shutting your computer down properly. Now, especially on older machines, you really want to try and do that if you can, because it can actually damage the files that you're working on, or at worst it could damage your machine itself. Now, shutting down your computer, it puts it in a state, especially, well, on these older AT style systems, it won't actually turn the machine off, but it will put it in a state which makes it safe for me to cut the power. However, if I was just to cut the power, any files that I was working on may become corrupted, or, because the hard disk has not had a chance to park its head, they could come clattering down on the disks once the power is cut. And that is not a good idea. It could really damage the hard disk. So what I'm going to do is, if I went to start and shut down, and I'm actually going to tell the Windows to shut down the computer. So I'm just going to click yes, get the shutdown sound. Please wait while Windows shuts down. And yeah, that's a computer telling me it's now safe to turn off my computer. So that's what I'm going to do.